Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dhriti Patel, an intern doctor in Ahmedabad. Today we're going to talk about something that I've wanted to talk about since a very long time. The reason I hadn't made a YouTube video about this up until now is I'll tell it at the end. It's not a big reveal, it's just extra. So if anybody is interested, you can watch till the end and you'll get to know about it. Let's just jump straight into the video. After having cleared university exams in MBBS of all the years, first, second, third, and final, I have some principles that I can share that would help a lot to anybody who is going through that right now, going through the exams, who are gonna give any of their year exams. These are not hacks, these are principles, these are deep rooted philosophies that can help you change the way you might think about the exam in general and about your preparation. These are just the things that I have learned throughout my years of MBBS, and yeah, I hope it helps. The first principle is play your strengths. We are all such different people in terms of our preferences, our capabilities, our strengths, our weaknesses, that we cannot expect one strategy to work for everyone. That is why personalizing any study strategy or any study principle is very helpful. That is why strategies and principles and philosophies are more helpful to everybody as compared to direct hacks or just do this, follow the schedule wale programs. Everybody keeps saying study smart, study smarter, not harder. What actually does it look like? It actually looks like this. You identify what you're good at and then you get really good at it. As simple as that. This is just one component of it. The other component, compensating for your weaknesses, is the next video, so you'll have to wait for that. You know how different people have different personalities and different capabilities, so everybody has different kinds of strengths. Everybody has different areas that they are good at. Different things come easy to different people, so you double down on your strengths to get the maximum benefits out of it. I draw amazing diagrams. I love drawing diagrams. I love finding diagrams that I can recreate in my answers, in my notebooks for my understanding. So throughout all of these years, I've used that advantage in various forms. In first year, I used to study anatomy. I've studied lower limbs by drawing every muscle and its attachment. Where is it originating and where is it inserting? So I sat with a textbook and I drew every muscle ever. In the lower limb only, I could only do one section. I think that was very labor intensive process. Then in third year, I remember creating these diagram notebooks at the end. Whatever questions were very important, I drew the diagrams, 1, 2, 3, however many there may be, in a separate section and then wrote the associated points surrounding it. So it was a diagram with answers with revision source kind of thing combined into one. For whatever diagrams that I don't like in the textbook or my notes itself, I look them up on Google and replace them with my own. I love drawing. That is something that comes easy to me. In final year, I created these separate notebooks for diagrams for every paper, like medicine 1, medicine 2, surgery 1, surgery 2, pedia, obs separate, gynae separate. It was just diagrams. So that was something that I naturally did really well, and I just doubled down on it by doing it more. Another friend of mine is really great at writing exactly reproducible answers for the exam, as in if the question that is asked is a 6 marker, so then he'll write only 3 pages worth of content, or he'll just suppress it down into one page, which can be extended into 3 pages. So he's really good at that, and he can keep revising, and he does keep revising those things multiple times, 2, 3, 5 times, and develops a visual spatial memory of his notes and then recreates them on the exam. I cannot do that. That is my shortcoming. What I do is I create these long answers because I cannot cut down information. I cannot compress things into smaller pieces because I cannot triage the information. So I don't do that. And my answers are like 6, 7, 10 pages long while preparing my notes for university. I don't revise a lot. That's a shortcoming that I have, that I don't revise a lot. And especially if you've written 10-page answers for one question, how are you going to be able to revise it? So what I do is, what I've told myself is, it's okay, you just read through it, you remember what you remember and you don't remember what you don't remember. So that works for me and that's fine. Another friend of mine, what she's good at is she compiles answers from everyone. She studies a subject, she creates a lot of the answers, and then for the things that she has not done, she'll compile the answers from everyone else and she'll create these subject-wise notebooks that are very easy to revise because they have photos from the internet and photos from here and this person notes and that person's notes. So that is something that she's really good at. So that is something that she does. So that is what you do. If you do great structuring of your answers, you do that. If you do great diagrams, you do that. If you're able to revise your concise notes, a lot of the times you do that. I'm not just saying make your own notes for every subject ever. I'm just saying identify what you're good at. If you're good at revising pre-formed notes, then do that multiple times so that you remember what is where. If you're good at teaching, teach your batchmates, teach your juniors, teach whoever is willing to listen. So in identifying what you do really well, you can think about what learning style you're good at. Identify what type of tests come easy to you. Are you good at vivas? Nobody is. Are you good at practical exams? Are you good at clinical case presentations? Are you good at theory exams? Then you can think about what sections are you good at. Are you good at writing 10 markers? Are you good at 2 markers? Are you good at 6 markers? Are you good at identifying the case and then writing a case pala answer? Or you can think about what subject interests you. Do you like ortho? Do you like opthal? Do you like OBGY? Do you like surgery, medicine, whatever? Do you like neuro so much that you loved anatomy, you loved physio wala neuro, you loved medicine wala neuro, you love surgery wala neuro? You have to identify clusters of your interest and what you like and what comes easy to you, what is pulling you, what kind of revision strategies have worked for you in the past. And one of the most important questions, what's fun for you? What do you like doing? What do you enjoy doing? What kind of studying do you enjoy doing? It's not school. We can't just be like, oh, I hate studying. If you hate studying, change up some components about it and add what you love and then try to study that way. Romanticizing is not just for room decor, right? It's not just scented candles. So you identify what you're good at, you lean into it, and you create momentum, and that gives you the strength to even do the things that are difficult or not so natural for you. Trust me. What another friend of mine does is that we all have those IMP lists, right? So for every subject in her IMP list, she creates this index of the places where she has to do that answer from. Yeah, so I'm talking about my study group. We all study together for final year. That is why I know so much about everyone. She had written that this answer I'm doing from my notes, this answer I'm doing from the textbook, this answer I'm doing from Marrow notes, this answer I'm doing from this friend key notes, this answer I'm doing from this person's notes, this answer I'm doing from this source. So that source list, that source index list also helps a lot. She created this for herself, but it also helps everyone else because if she's looked at 5 things and picked on the best, so it is likely the best. So you just can go directly to that source and trust that it's gonna be really good. I really love language. I'm interested to know why was a disease named like that? How did it come to be known like that? So that's something that I'm gonna look up even if it's not tested on the exams. For example, one of the things that comes to my mind is, do you know how in secondary syphilis there's this thing called as sailor's handshake? Do you know why is it known that way? If you know about it, let me know in the comments down below. And if you don't, but you're curious about it, ask me in the comments and I'll tell you. What I used to do was, if I'm gonna look it up anyway, if I am gonna write it in my notes anyway for me to look back on it, then I also added some of the things, some of the times to my university answers. I was fine with learning from multiple sources and trying to integrate them into one answer. That also was very difficult for me while studying, and I used to complain to all of my friends about it. That it's so difficult. But then they're like, if you're studying with 5 books open, then of course it's gonna be so difficult. But that's what works for me, that's what I like, and that's what I enjoy. So that's what I do. You start where you're strong, you start where your natural ability is taking you, where it provides you with a natural advantage. And then you double down on it. And when I talk about naturally being inclined towards something, I'm not saying that you should naturally be good at it, you should automatically be good at it. It's also about interest. What are you curious towards? What direction is your curiosity going? You follow it there. You're not just automatically good at a subject. You like a subject and then you read more about it and then you get good at it. The results are disproportionately higher. I think there's a book called The Unfair Advantage. I've not read it yet. It's on my TBR list. But yeah, that's a book recommendation from me. I've heard it's a really good book and that can help a lot. And I think that's what I'm talking about. The unfair advantage. Lean into it. Lean into your unfair advantages. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments down below. I'll try to help as much as I can. I think the thing that everybody is going to struggle with the most is identifying what you're good at. But for that, you can just think about your past, what you've been good at, what people have complimented you on. Okay, now for the extra yapping. After my final year, I wanted to write a book. Not a book, just a compilation of these principles. It was gonna be a short ebook, and what I was gonna do was I wanted to write it really concise, really small sections, just half a page or one page things that are easy to read, that are super easy to go through, and expand upon those principles on YouTube videos. But in my internship, I'm not getting a lot of time to write. It's a 3-part series. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have the titles down, but I don't have it very much sorted. I don't have the time to edit it on Canva. It's gonna be a lot of work. So that's something that I'm not there yet. But I was thinking, why let that stop me from making the YouTube videos? Making YouTube videos, engaging with people, answering what questions they have. That's gonna help me be able to identify what do I need to explain more, what do I need to not explain a lot, what people get, what people don't get, all of those things. So that's just data, I think, for my book writing, or that's what I tell myself, because writing is tough. Wish me luck for that. So that's just what it is. I'm gonna be converting these principles that I have into videos, and let's see how it goes. Let's see if my book gets written during or after the internship. It's not a book. I'm not gonna be publishing it. It's likely gonna be a short ebook that I'll provide free to download on my website and share here as well. Yeah, so that's it. That's all the things that I wanted to say. Ask me questions if you have any. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. All the very best for your exams or whatever life, I guess. Yeah, bye bye. See you in the next one.